Hi, I am Dr. JP Silvera from TaylorMade Health and Wellness, and I need to tell you about a patient who walked into my office last week because what happened to her is probably more common than you think, and it might be happening to you right now. She was in a rear end collision, minor. No visible damage to either car. She felt completely fine at the scene. She actually almost didn't call us at all. 2 days later, she couldn't turn her head far enough to check her blind spot while driving. That gap, feeling fine one day, barely able to move your neck 48 hours later, that is the part nobody warns you about after a car accident. And it is the number one reason people end up in my office saying some version of the same thing. I thought I was okay. I didn't think I needed to come in. Here is what is actually happening inside your body at the moment of impact. The second a collision occurs, your brain triggers a massive adrenaline release. That is your fight or flight system doing exactly what it is designed to do, protecting you from feeling the full weight of what just happened so you can get out of the car, call for help, and deal with the situation. It is a survival mechanism and it works. The problem is it works so well that you can walk away from a crash with a genuine soft tissue injury and feel almost nothing for hours, sometimes longer. Then the adrenaline drops. Inflammation begins to build in the soft tissue around your cervical spine, your neck. The muscles that were pulled and strained during that sudden forward-backward whipping motion of impact start to stiffen and swell, and the whiplash that was there all along finally makes itself known, not at the scene, not even the next morning necessarily. Sometimes it's day 2, sometimes day 3, and by the time people feel it, they've already told their insurance company they're fine, they've already declined medical attention, and now they're sitting there wondering if they made a mistake. So let me tell you what we do differently at TaylorMade Health and Wellness, because I want you to understand this is not a rushed cookie cutter process. When that patient came in, we did not walk her straight into an adjustment room. We sat down and talked first. I asked her to walk me through the accident, the direction of impact, how fast the other car was moving, whether she saw it coming, or if it was completely unexpected. That matters because a crash you saw coming is a completely different injury pattern than one you didn't. If your muscles were braced and tense at impact, you absorb the force differently than if you were relaxed and caught off guard. Then we did a thorough physical examination, cervical range of motion, checking which directions were restricted and by how much, palpation of the soft tissue to find where the actual tension and inflammation were living. We looked at her posture, her shoulder positioning, how she was compensating for the discomfort without even realizing it. The human body is incredibly good at quietly redistributing load to protect an injury, and that compensation, if left uncorrected, creates new problems down the line. Once we had a clear picture of what we were actually dealing with, I explained it to her in plain language. Not medical jargon, not a laundry list of diagnoses. I told her what happened to her body, where the injury was, what the tissue needed to heal properly, and what her recovery was going to look like realistically. She left that first visit knowing exactly where she stood. And then here is something that surprises a lot of people who come in after an accident. Her insurance covered the care. Auto insurance personal injury protection, what you'll often hear called PIP, is specifically designed for this. It exists to cover your medical care after a collision regardless of fault. We handled the paperwork on her behalf. She didn't have to navigate that process alone while also trying to recover. Now I want to be direct with you because I think you deserve a straight answer. If you've been in any kind of collision, minor rear end, parking lot bump, anything where there was impact, and you're on the fence about whether to get checked out, here's the honest answer. The delay does not mean you're fine. It means your body did its job in the moment of impact. The adrenaline did what it was supposed to do. What comes next is the real story, and you won't know what that story is until someone actually examines you. The cost to find out where you stand is nothing. Coming in for an evaluation is not a commitment to some long treatment plan. It is information. It is knowing.